All right, ladies and gentlemen. No audio ish. We're good. This stream is gonna be sweet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another episode of Paozu Arcade. I am Abe here with Hell Pockets and our illustrious guest back for I can't even count how many times he's been here. Ryan Style, man. What's up, bro?
I already broke it. I've already broke everything. We literally were just saying before we started streaming that the goal today is to just cut through without any issues. And already there were issues in the beginning.
It just happens when you're in here. It's just going to something's going to happen sideways.
I feel like I made this happen, so I apologize ahead of time.
The Matrix is glitching, man. That's what it is. This is too
Exactly
powerful.
It's okay, man. Like we're going to do the best we can with the limited technology that we possess, and you know, we've gotten a lot better because the last time you were on the show, I think we were a little bit, rough around the edges. Things have improved so much since you last been on the show, Ryan.
Discord wanted to be Skype so bad last time. That's
my god, dude! Don't get me started on Skype. We got a whole story to talk to you about after the show. Yeah. Anyway, how you been, man? Like things have been happening for the anime fandom and everything, and I'm sure you're busy as hell right now.
I've been great. Well, it's funny. Like I'm busy. I'm super busy. But the reason why is because outside the obvious videos and stuff, it's because I play these stupid mobile games.
Oh no!
I just don't understand. Like,
are you still on that?
I know you kind of dabbled in Dokkan a couple of times, but like Legends has been like my shit. I can't stop playing it. And the thing about mobile games is like when you hop into mobile games, you have to kind of invest a lot of time in them. Otherwise, you fall back. For example, right now, like the way Legends works with PvP, they have 2-week-long seasons, and what they do is you get to like rank 50, which is the highest rank, and then from there, it's just all about getting as many points as possible to get like the top like leaderboard. But every season when it ends, it throws you back to like rank 35, then like rank 20. So like every 2 weeks at least, you have to like get back to rank 50.
Wow,
and
that's a grind.
By the time you get to rank 50, it's like it's the season reset. So it's like, and then there's also Dokkan, there's Duel Links. This is my life.
My God, man! Like, how do you find time to go get food? Oh, I know, like 15 minutes before the show, right?
Be late for the show, dude. It's funny because like I hopped in the car with my girlfriend to get food. I'm like, shit, it's Thursday.
I just DM'd you. You tell me you're going to get food. I'm like, yeah, we got like 20 minutes. And yeah, I guess you could make it. I didn't know you were going to freaking like Alhambra to get food and shit.
It's the story of my life. Everything is just by the minutes. By the minutes.
That's okay, man. You make us happy every time you show up. So I'm okay with you being late every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, speaking of being late, man, late in the clutch, this Android 17 announcement, top news of the hour, guys.
You know, it's funny about that because you and I saw that when we did Cooler. Because, like, obviously back then we couldn't say anything. But, like, when we were recording Cooler, it's like we sit down, we got the stations all set up, and it tells, oh, by the way, you'll see something on the screen you can't talk about. It's like, what is it? And I see the stage. I'm like, oh, it's a new stage. Oh. That's 17 right there. He was locked, obviously, so we couldn't click on him. But he was just sitting there, like, teasing us.
Man, they was smart, dude, because, like, when they said that we were going to see some shit and I saw the stage, I was like, damn, you guys probably should have just, locked that behind something. And then I went back and saw the character select, and I was like, oh, you assholes. Like, it's like right there. Like, I can't even highlight them, man.
Yep. Unfortunately, it wasn't ready. So it's not like they just kind of held back and didn't show us. It's just the character wasn't built yet. Mm-hmm. But the dope thing about the stage, because the stage has been kind of like a talking topic the past 2-3 days when they revealed it in V-Jump. So the stage obviously isn't the time chamber or the turn of power stage. It's the original stage. And I guess the whole idea behind it is it's Shorbei, which is like the little midget that's part of Frieza's force. He's the guy that built that, and the whole idea of it is that stage was built to train the Frieza force. And obviously that becomes like the stage for us now in the game. But what's dope about it is if you look in the backgrounds, and you and I saw this once when the stage comes down, if you guys all look in the background, you'll see the crowd are the fighters from the Turner of Power. So you'll see like Disciples there, you'll see Brienne, you'll see like the Gods of Destruction. I don't know if it's all of them, but like you'll see like all the characters. Topo was there, I think. And it's like they're all there. And like those little tiny bits of details, I think is just dope.
Yeah, I thought that
preview of season 2.
That's exactly what I was gonna say, man. Like maybe they're looking at the first 4 people that could appear in season 2. Not that I want to get ahead of ourselves because we haven't even closed out season 1 yet, but that was a nice little thing that they added into that stage. Another nice place of that stage is the fact that it's gonna take your data and put it up on that big LCD screen in the background, so people can see all your stats and whatnot. That's pretty cool. That's pretty par for the course for Arxis games, also.
Dude, that pretty much means that Chris is not gonna stream this game because he doesn't want you to know how many times he loses.
They can see it anyway, man. Every time I match up against him, I'm proud of my loss ratio.
It's gonna make it worse for you.
It probably is.
Because it's like you already hate putting your shit out there. It's like, wow, now we're gonna go into detail in the background at all
see,
times.
I don't hate putting my shit out there. I just know I just accept it. Like I'm not gonna be like a guy who just gets mad and talks about quitting the game because he's not winning enough. I'm gonna keep playing the game, and I'm just gonna take the lumps until I either get the positive or the negative. I don't care. Yeah, take the L's.
I take my L's until I learn to stop taking the L's. That's what you gotta do.
Yes. It's important, you can't just get on Twitter and say, I think I'm done with this game, that's poppycock.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolute poppycock.
If you drop a game for that reason, it's like you're not a real gamer. It's just how I see it.
That's the fucked up thing about fighting games, though, Because, like, if you say you're going to go in and that shit's hard and you're getting your ass kicked and you're losing, sleep, you're losing self-respect, family is just like, hey, you need to go to work. And you're just like, I can't, man. Like, I got like a freaking 35% win ratio. I can't go to work like this, The fucked up thing about that is that you cannot quit because that's it. You're in the Murph. You are in the Murph at that point, There's no tap.
The real question, I guess, this could be like even a topic on the show. What counts as good? Like, how do you consider if you're good at something? The reason why I say this is in Fire specifically, I think I'm like probably, I'd say average, but I'm an orange square. And I have friends who are pink squares who think they're trash. So it's like, at which point do you accept, I'm okay at this game or I'm great at this game? Like Legends, for example, I think I'm great at the game. I will confidently say that. But like anything else I touch is like, I'm okay. So it's like, what is that like a point of acceptance for a gamer, I guess, that where you accept like you're decent at something?
That is definitely a layered question. I'll let Abe start that because I have my own theory formulating based on some stuff I read recently.
So the color of the squares, I don't think honestly matters too much. There's definitely some fraudulent ass pink squares.
Oh yeah.
And it really depends on how much time you put into the game. So you could be average, but if you play a lot, you can get a pink square and still be average as fuck in a pink square. Like it's not the best indicator. And I don't think any game online has ever had the greatest indicator of like if somebody's really great, unless it's like the top 3 dudes that are ranked 3rd online and shit. And that's carried over. Like Hook Gang God is one of the guys that was up top for a long time. Tatsu and those guys are legit.
Yeah.
But it's like the rest of those guys, like once you get into like the top 30, it's like, I don't know. Like they could
be anybody.
They could have ranked really high and then stopped fucking playing.
Actually, that is something that happened. Like I stopped playing for like a month and I'm still ranked pretty high in comparison. And I'm just like, I don't deserve this at all.
Yeah, you don't want to lose those points. Fuck that.
It's not just the points; it's the clout, man. The pink square clout is still pretty strong. I got to hold on to that.
I think the square system is stupid. They shouldn't have done that. Because I think what happens is I understand what they were going for. It's supposed to give you an idea of how decent someone is, but all they really did is it created fake clout. Because like if you're a pink square, what happens is most of the time you don't get into a match because if it's a pink square,
they take them back right out immediately.
If you're an orange square or a yellow square getting matched with a pink square, you're not gonna want to fight them. So all that really does is it creates this like it's a barrier to fight.
They get farming, man.
That exact thing happened with Tekken, because Tekken has this thing where you literally have a rank up match, and I'm like, dude. When I first saw that, I was like, dude, people are totally gonna drop your fucking match every fucking time. Is that really? You're gonna let this dude level up on me? I mean, Dragon Ball has a similar thing too, where it's like, hey, if you win this one, this is a rank up. Fuck you! I'm not gonna let you rank up on me.
Pull the plug on that son of a bitch.
Yep.
No, I'm sure that happens to me all the time. I haven't gotten out of Super Saiyan 3 rank just simply because people just quit in the middle of that shit all the time.
Yep.
But one of the things that I learned or I read about this or past week was someone mentioned there's a difference between, you know, being good and being able to beat people, and then being good and being able to beat other good people. You know?
That actually, yeah, because I can beat people, but I don't consider myself good.
Yeah, you can be good enough to beat a certain class of player, but are you good enough to beat people consistently? And here's a crazy thing about it, right? You can be the kind of good where you're just like a scrub hammer, you know? You're like, oh, I can beat all the fucking people that are just at my level, but that are super gimmicky, and I just crush that shit. But one guy that's thinking, I can get totally demolished because he totally picks me apart. And then inversely, you get guys who fight these brainiacs, but they run up against a freaking Unga, and that's it. They get totally mind fucked.
You can also have a bad game too, like because I know like something that people like to do on YouTube. If you're a YouTuber, I guess. Is if they come across you and if they win, that shit's gonna be on YouTube at the end of the day.
Oh,
but at the end of the day, it's like, oh, I bodied so-and-so, and it's like, well, I had a bad game. It's like, that's great. Can you do it again? If you do it again, fine.
First to 20.
Exactly. Exactly.
That is a real thing. I mean, you're obviously not going to get everybody that beats you and puts a video up on YouTube to actually run you in a long set, but that is, you know, a concern that a lot of people go through. And I just say, you know, stop being a bitch. You're going to lose, and you're going to be on YouTube.
That's why I like just not being good at games. I'll take the average route. It's like if I beat someone good, it's like, dog, you lost to me. But if I lose to someone good, it's like, okay, you beat me, great, fantastic.
Wow,
go fight someone good.
This is why we get along, man. We'll totally play this game back and forth with each other.
Yep.
Ask Abe. I'll totally just like, you know, I'll beat him and I'll be like, man, you ain't shit. And then he'll beat me. Man, you better beat me. I suck.
Lil Wake One in the chat just said that was the Dragon Ball Zeroes to Exposed era. In Zeroes 2, I don't know if you guys like got heavily into that game. In Zeroes 2, it was all about like exposing people left and right. Like you get into that one match, you lose, you're exposed. Like great. Do I delete my YouTube channel now? Is that it? Like I lost once. Like I can't go on anymore.
The sub count dropping by 50%. Yeah.
Exactly.
So all the people that believed in you, they drop out, man. Like, dude,
that's
right. I thought you were real, man. You made a fucking tutorial, bro. Like
that shit is real though. Because like, all right, so in the FGC, there's wiggle room for that. Because some people understand that good players can have bad days and lose to stuff they just don't understand. Bad matchups happen. But in Ryan's position, I can't imagine, man, because you've got some straight barbarians in your fan club, man.
I understand it because it's like. If you watch, like, because I know back when I was watching YouTubers, it would be dope to play with them, and like,
yeah,
when it's a fighting game, especially, what you want to do is you want to beat them, and you're like, it's kind of like a trophy in a way. Whether they're good or bad, it is a trophy, and it's like I know some people that are like way above you when it comes to these games, and it's like they want to body me. I'm like, dude, literally, if I hop in a match with you, I will have no chance. Like, you already got what you wanted. But at the same time, I know at the end of the day, it just comes down to they just want to play with someone like that they watch. So like I get that aspect of it. I completely get that.
What do you think? Is there a contingency of that group that wants to play you for the clout?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, if someone is like a YouTuber themselves, like being able to say they played so and so, that's like automatic views. I mean, it's not gonna like be like make or break for a channel, but like if you toss in like say you fought so and so, like for example, let's say I come across Goichi and I post it on YouTube, that's gonna get 100,000 views easily.
Yeah,
easily.
Probably.
I will get bodied, but hey, I got the views.
The power.
You gotta put it on your channel. Goichi ain't got no YouTube channel, man.
Well, if I still run into him, like, yo, I'm posting this shit. Like, this is gonna pay rent for next month.
these other YouTubers are like, check this out, bro. I'm just gonna hunt this dude down on some Xenoverse. I've been training on this shit.
Oh no,
for 2 weeks.
I remember like there was this dude for about, and I didn't see the initial message when Fighters first came out. I remember he tweeted me, "I will tweet you every single day until I fight you." Oh. I didn't see the first key phrase 40 tweets. Because what happened was, I remember I just started seeing this guy was counting. Like I was 41 at Rhymestyle, 42 at Rhymestyle, 43 at Rhymestyle on like a day-to-day basis. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? And then I went all the way back in the channel. I'm like, oh, he wants to fight me. You should have just said that. But then it's like, dude, he tweeted me literally 40 times over the course of a month and a half. Like, that's just annoying.
You crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, hold on, man. That's what I was trying to say. Like, when it comes to games, I'm like, yo, if I want to like fight, let's say anybody like viewers or whatever or subs, I'll always say, yo, I'm live in this room. Show up right now. Yeah. And I think that's the most organized way to do it, because like otherwise it's like if you just tweet me every single day, it's like you have to think about if you're tweeting me, someone else is tweeting me. And multiply that by like 100. That's like every single day.
And you got like 100K damn followers, man. Come on.
Yeah, and because I'm playing Legends now, Legends, like I get literally a tweet at least once an hour. It's like, hey, yo, come fight me. I bet you won't. I'm like, yeah, I'm literally asleep. I'm like balls naked. I just showered. I'm gonna go to sleep. Like, It's midnight, dude.
Wake your ass up and catch his ass beaten.
Yeah. Or I'll wake up and it's like, I'll wake up and I'll just see tweets like, wow, I can't believe you didn't respond. I'm like, dude, time zones, man.
Like, bro, it's only like freaking 2:30 over there. Yeah, in the morning, motherfucker. Come on.
I remember when like I was really new to fighting games and I wanted to play certain people that I used to make sure that I only played them at a certain time frame because I had figured out when is my peak performance. It's like 6 o'clock, bro. If we don't play at 6, I'm not fucking playing you. Like, I only get to play at 6, and if you don't challenge me, we're not playing because that's bullshit. That's not the best version of me.
And Dragon Ball is like horrible for that too, because like I don't know if you ever played Dragon Ball like at 3 in the morning. I have. I've definitely played Dragon Ball at 3 in the morning online, and nobody's blocking shit. Nobody's blocking shit.
When we were playing the betas, we were like dead, and everybody was getting lit up.
There's definitely a peak time to do it because, like, I know, like, for me, if it's okay, I prefer the best. This is weird. I prefer the best right now, and I don't know if it's because like I just got done recording. I have nothing else to do. Like, if I hop on, I'm gonna get some W's. But I usually record in the morning, like right when I woke up, and then on top of that, like when you're recording, you also got to do commentary. I mean, you help out because you've seen it. Like when you're sitting there trying to talk and play at the same time, it's like your brain power just cuts in half. That shit's hard. Yeah, but like, I wish that sometimes we could just sit down and just fight without talking. And then turn that into video, but like that's not acceptable because like, well, this is boring.
No, I do that on stream, and these motherfuckers yell at me, talking like, "Man, you're bad at interacting with the chat." And I'm like,
hey, it is bad. What are you talking about? You saying like it's not bad? This dude taking it so serious. This is what I'm saying, man. Like this dude will stream and he'll be fucking dead silent because he's like, I can't get wax on stream.
Laser focus.
Can't get wax on stream.
I mean, it's true. I got a horrible ego problem.
When me and you played, nobody was talking because we were like really playing.
Well, it's because like we'll talk shit, and then one of us goes quiet, and we realize like, damn, he's focusing.
Yep. I got my homie pop off. I got my homie C Reacts. We do that. We'll play either Xenoverse or Fighters. And like, you know, if we're recording for like the first half, it's like we're just having fun. But the second one starts losing, you can see that the commentary just drops. And once you get to the point where we're both sweating, it's like, where's the commentary? At that point, you got to throw the sound effects to make up for the lack of talking.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, man. No pineapple on pizza. Listen, I don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to play.
I'm trying to beat your ass.
I'm not trying to give you opinions on food right now. Like, this
what I would do is like when I know it's not my video, like let's say it's a C-Reacts video, I'll specifically ask him questions because this is his video. He has to answer it. While he's there talking, it's like, oh, what'd you do yesterday? And it's like, oh, it's a great. While you're focusing on trying to answer that question, I'm over here go try hard and try to get this done. It never fails. It never fails. But then it's the same thing to me when I'm recording. It's like, well, fuck, that's my video. I got to talk. I got to answer it.
No, man, just got to do the secret scumbag tech, you know, just record a silent, like no commentary video, and then just talk over it, like, you know, like, yeah, I was talking the whole time.
I can't do that. I've tried to do that before because, like, back in the day, like when I first got into YouTube, people would do that. And I'm like, let me show you how this works. And it's like, dude, this is boring. Like, how do you fill, you know, 8, 10, 12, 15 minutes of a video doing that? It's boring. So like with me, I can only do live commentary at this point because like it just feels way more natural.
I can see that. The process I would go through, and I know Abe and I tried this once. We actually picked up a match that neither one of us had seen before, and we broke it down. And it was actually really fun to do it that way.
Yeah, that works. That works.
Yeah, that was really fun to do it that way. But I guess as far as like strictly entertainment goes, I could see that being a problem. You know, like Abe and I would just be like, "Oh, we got to come up with at least like 30 jokes before this video ends."
I've tried this a couple times on my channel where we did just do pure fighting where we don't record commentary, and then I could just edit that into like, you know, make it entertaining. If that makes sense. So it's like if you just care about the game and the mechanics, like that could be entertainment. And we did that for a while. But the problem with that is it requires so much work to like make it like fun that I just don't do it as much. But if you look up those videos, I'll show you afterwards. It looks like a Dragon Ball fight. It's a Dragon Ball fight.
You know what I think works really well? I think you and Chris, we did it last time where you started just letting the other players play and we commentated them.
Yeah,
shooting the shit.
Oh yeah,
that was something interesting that we never really got back to it because schedules haven't lined up as perfectly as we wanted to. But opening up a lobby and just sitting back in spectator mode,
I've done that before.
Play. Now the problem with this, and this is a problem I've had with fighters in a while, other than the fact that you still can't invite people to your ring match, is the fact that the spectator position takes up spots in the rotation. If I just want to watch, why am I taking up a spot? You know, with as limited spots as there are in the ring matches, I should not have to take up a spot watching this. You know,
I love doing videos like that, but the problem is you'll get that one person that's just way better than everybody else, and it just turns into like a showcase of that person bodying everybody else.
I mean,
that's cool and all, but I want to see a fight. I want to see a fight. Like, I want to see, like, hands back and forth being thrown.
Well, see, Rhyme, that's when you got to turn into a boxing promoter and say, you know what? You're doing pretty good. Hold on about 20 minutes. I've got somebody coming over here that I want you to fight for $100.
Yeah. But fortunately, our pockets are deep on getting dudes like that. So
Yep.
we if we do end up getting somebody that destroys everybody, it'll be like one of our buddies.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Reynolds, we'll bring Reynolds over, and it's like, okay, like most of these people aren't gonna beat him. But the thing is that because we'll bring somebody like Reynolds, it's like, the other top players are like, we're gonna give him shine. Oh, well, let me jump on this shit.
This reminds me of a time when I was fighting Lotus, and we were doing 3v3s. So basically, what happened was when the game first came out, me and my friends, we kind of split into groups. It was like Afro Senji was one leader, and I was the other leader, and we kind of like split up our group of friends on our teams. And Afro was a dickhead because he grabbed literally all the best fighting game players and immediately put them in history. It's like, well, that's cool. I guess we'll just go fuck ourselves. So what ended up happening is he would talk mad shit. Like, you cannot lose to Afro ever because he just talks shit. But like when he has literally the best players from our friend circle on his team and he's trash, it's like I can't do anything. So what I did one day was, and it completely backfired because obviously they could see, I invited Tatsu to come play with us as our third. And I had him change his name to my homie Nanogenics' name. I'm like, oh yeah, it's just
what? You had to post his Nano? Yeah,
but the problem is we all have our names set to PSN names. No, everybody had their names set to fighters name except for Lotus. Lotus has this set to like the PSN ID. So you saw Tatsu's name and like immediately realized who it was. So it didn't work out. But
wow,
God, that would have been great. Like, imagine just like them getting angry, like, oh, where did Nano get good in the game?
Damn, dude, that would have been hilarious. Like, Nano's got a nap.
I had like the recording set and everything, and just all backfired. The second Lotus like recognized it. Damn it! I'm so mad because that was such a great video.
Speaking of Tatsu, man, like I want to talk about SCR for a second, man. Like, talk about like the run, like Tatsu at SCR. Well, he broke all of our hearts by not going as far as we thought he could have. But man, what a great player, man! I'm glad he's finally getting out there and stretching his legs.
I like the fact that Tatsu had what do you call it, Nappa on his team since day one.
Yeah, man, he waited it out, and it totally paid off. Now Nappa's like top tier with 3 loads.
That's gonna be me with Beerus, man. I'm telling you, one day.
Not gonna happen, bro.
I can dream. If Nappa can do it, Beerus can do it.
Dude, you know Dimitri's over there just making memes about that now, right? He's like, when am I gonna buff Beerus? I don't know.
My gosh.
Dude, the game has made me dislike Beerus. Like, I liked Beerus before, but then I played the game and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about Beerus anymore, dude.
Dude,
like,
the best thing about Beerus is since nobody uses them, people don't know how to fight them. So like, I feel like one of the reasons why I can win with my team is because when Beerus pops out, it's like, oh, well, what can Beerus do? Like, what are his strings? And because of that, I feel like I win.
Like, people just disrespect him so much that they end up getting clipped by the dumb shit.
Yep.
I see that happen so much, man. It's not necessarily embarrassing. It's just like, oh man, like I guess that's kind of its own strength.
It's 300 IQ plays.
300 IQ only? Yeah. Big brains?
Big brain plays only.
People told me to stop using that meme. I don't know why.
I will totally get scrubbed out by a hit.
Oh, now? Especially now, dude. Like, Hit is kind of serious now.
I think Hit has
changing the game.
Always been decent. Hit's mix-up game kind of sucks, but like once you get started with Hit, you can do so much. And again, because so little people use Hit, like how do you use Stopples? Secondly, I have 2 low-tier, top-tier characters on my team because technically no one knows how to fight them.
Well, no one downloaded the Sonic Fox Hit either, so they were just like, and once he stopped playing them, that was it. No one picked them up again and did anything worthwhile. Now they're talking about the glitch with Hit on. You've seen a bunch of videos for that. Now the thing about it is like it's cute. It's not really practical or anything because it's meter intensive, and if you're gonna use it for a mix-up, it's kind of good. But for the most part, that's like the most expensive mix-up you're probably gonna ever use in your life. And when you get a hit, you're not gonna do much damage off of it. But it's still a thing that I hope they kind of leave in there.
I'm surprised that actually Hit has way more tools than he has present. Like, I'm sure you guys saw a Raptor video. I saw Raptor's video, and I'm like, dude, I've been playing with Hit this entire time, and I had no idea that you could do X, Y, and Z like this. And I also feel like that there's characters out there that are yet to be discovered. I guarantee you, one of these days, someone's going to pick up Beerus. I'm going to be, again, on Beerus' side here. and they're gonna realize that this man can do a lot more things. Like I remember when Cloud posted that combo. Shout out to every motherfucker that tweeted was like, "Why'd you do this?" I'm like, I can't fucking do that. Like, oh, why don't I do what the top player does? I don't know, but like I'm sure with every character out there, it's just like because everybody is just so stuck on using like the same 4. If you really dig into it, you can find like some crazy tech with like the lesser popular characters.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that's usually for the specialty players, the specialists in the scene. Now, the thing about it, though, and what it comes down to in almost every fighting game is like, yeah, sure, you can find a character that at the onset wasn't that strong and possibly didn't get utilized that much, and then eventually find like a damaging combo for him. And you're like, okay, cool, this character seems viable. Nah, not really yet. What it measures out to is what are those buttons doing? What is his neutral game doing? What is he doing when he's not hitting you? How is he playing that game? And that's where Beerus really suffers at, because when he's not attacking you, when he's not, in your face, he's not really scaring you either, So you're just kind of like, well, I'll just walk up on this guy and slap him. I don't give a fuck,
Yep. I'm still mad they gave this man his 5L just a flick. Like, cool.
Yeah, great. Which is it's great. Like now, if his orbs were actually good, it would make perfect sense to have that flick. Like, just want that a little bit in front of me.
I also feel like if it's weird to say this, as much as I wanted this man buffed, I feel like if they buff the orbs too much, where you can't like super dash to him, for example, I think that would low-key do too much for that character. Now I'd be okay with it, but I feel like if you think about it, like think about how dangerous that would be.
Let it be too much, I say, and then like slowly scale it back.
That has always been the problem with that character. That he's like one buff away from being too fucking good.
Too fucking good, right? I say let him be too fucking good, man. Like, you let Cell be that good for how long?
Yep.
I mean, come on, man.
Hey, you know what?
Hard be that good for how long?
Make Frieza good. I want to see Frieza get better. I mean,
that would be real zoning.
I think Frieza is like really good right now, but at the same time, it's just like, do you want to set up the golden form like that? He's good for 30 seconds. Is that how long it lasts? Something like that?
You can kill somebody in 30 seconds. That's fine. You only need 10 seconds to kill him.
But after that, it's like, what do you do?
Tag him out and hopefully you just don't have to use it again.
you know who would definitely have something to say about this? Perfect Legend.
Yeah.
Last time we talked about it, he was like, I think we said something like somebody needs to prove something with Frieza, and he was like, "Bruh, I've been playing him like every day on my stream," and I was like, "Well, I mean like tournament, but granted, I haven't seen him play, so I don't know for sure, but yeah, the thing is like with the game right now is because we're so deep into like the competitive scene with certain characters that really Frieza could be good. We just won't really find out because people are dedicated to these characters that have proven to be solid in tournament play.
Yep, the 16s.
Oh, I hate 16. 16's here to stay, dude. That character.
I hate 16 so much.
Bro, now we got 2 new characters coming that, I mean, this is our last chance to shake things up. We already had, Broly, Bardock, Fuse Zamasu, Vegito, and to their credit, they did end up, shaking things up a little bit. Vegito definitely, with the meter gain, totally shook things up.
I think Cooler is going to greatly shake the game up.
I think he could do a lot of damage also. I think he could actually, I don't know if he's going to shift the tiers too much, but I also feel like he's not going to just be bottom out the gate, there's a lot of stuff working with him that are,
I'd say upper mid probably where I would throw him in there, but like he's got so many good tools, and on top of that, being able to go through beams, I think is gonna be clutch.
Yeah, like he's got something that no one else has, which is like they're going through beams,
full screen
down forward, the full screen low, which is I hope they fix that because I need more off of that than just the vanish or super or whatever, and also the command counter level 3, which a lot of people don't have DPs in this game. But the ones that do kind of get to do whatever the hell they want most of the time on both offense and defense. But that is going to kill it. That command counter.
I just got triggered because I got PTSD from when we fought because I just remember you did that to me. I literally got DP'd like, 8 times in a row?
Yes, you did.
Like, what am I doing?
And you even tried to freaking level 3, and you were like, wait a minute. It doesn't have any way of stopping it. We're just both invulnerable, except my invulnerable frames run out quicker than his do, and now I got DP to get in the corner.
The funny thing about that day is I remember me and Max was sitting there like, oh, is this invincible? Nah, it's not invincible. It's not that good. It's not like a DP. And then literally like an hour later, it's like, oh, this is the best move in the game.
I like how they just have a version of it where like the medium version, you don't have to do the knockdown afterwards. I'm kind of like, because like the Vegeta knee, it's full body invul, but it has to do the knockdown. It's a full fluid motion. But with Cooler, you have to hit a button again. There's a follow up to it, so you don't have to go for the knockdown, which is really cool. I like that. But still a star to show. What's going to totally change the momentum of the gameplay when you're playing against Cooler is that level 3 command counter, and that's going to make people.
Someone at Evo next year is going to win in top 8 doing that move.
Yeah, because
raw counter level 3.
It's not just, you know, that move just isn't just, you know, like a DP. That's not just like, oh man, I found a window in the attack string, so I'm just gonna do it. No, like, no, that's the wall, dude. Like like if someone like we saw Reynolds get blown up by someone who was doing reversal DP into the corner, he's just thinking like, man, I did Gotenks level 3 to combat that. I totally read it.
Yep.
And it still beat me. But if he had that command counter, baby.
Yep.
I would have lost my shit, dude. I was on commentary for that. I would have been like, oh, take me off. I'm done.
I'm just curious to see how 17 is going to be, because like if Cooler is that dope, like 17. First of all, 17 has to have a counter too, because in every game ever, 17 has always had some kind of counter.
Well, he's got the barrier, right? But the way the barrier works is it's like I'm not sure if it's going to work like it does with, you know, his 18 assist. I'm assuming that it'll probably just be like, you know, an absorption barrier. But the way it worked in Super, you know, like it actually had an attack property to it where once you touched it, it became an offensive attack where he spins you around and tosses you off the side of the platform, you know?
Rough Ranger, I think is what it's called.
I think that's what it's called, yeah.
Yeah.
So if he has something like that, that'd be great.
It's a terrible way to compare it, but in Xenoverse, Rough Ranger is like one of the only counter moves in a game that counters both key attacks and melee attacks.
Damn.
So I feel like that could be some kind of counter in there as well for both ranged and physical attacks. But again, for all I know, fighters are going to do completely different.
I think for 17, we're going to find out really quick where he stacks up. Just for the simple fact that he's so popular. Yep. And so many of the top players have already committed to be like, oh, I'm about to play that character.
Yeah, we got no Kami already calling it out.
He's going to have a low 2L. Because like if you notice, every DLC character, one would have no low 2L and the other one would. And with Cooler has a low 2L, doesn't he? No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. That's right. So that means 17 is definitely going to have a low 2L. And you have that low 2L, you automatically, it's top tier. That's all it comes down to.
You actually have a mix-up game. I mean, it's true, you know, not having a low 2L is definitely hurting you in the up-down high-low department.
Empty jump 2L, bro, is so good.
You could have a standing low like 18. I don't see why you couldn't have that. Man, that's like the real grime. It's like empty jump, standing low.
Yeah.
Yep. The real question is what are they going to do next? And like I know it's like we're kind of thirsty to ask about season 2.
So you want to get right to it immediately. You want to see what's happening in season 2. You cannot be satisfied with season 1, and I don't blame you because I'm right there with you. I started the show and I said, you know what, I'm not going to talk about season 2 because we're about to get to the end of season 1. We haven't even gotten all the information about the end of season 1 out in the open yet. So let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. But at the same time, I'm like, you know, there's already things happening in my head because of Dragon Ball stuff happening across the world right now, not just with the game, with fighters, with the mobile game, but also with the movie. You know, you got Dragon Ball Super, the movie that came out, and we can finally talk about it on the show because goddamn it, Rhyme, everybody's been spoiling this fucking movie. You got Dragon Ball. Welcome to Dragon Ball, ladies and gentlemen, where Toei actually doesn't care about keeping any secrets. There is no spoiling. You're supposed to know these things.
This is what I learned to accept. And by the way, also when we get to it, I'm gonna toss in the Dragon Ball subreddit or Fighter subreddit did like a poll of the characters people want to see. Mm-hmm. And that's literally the top 16 right there that was voted most popular out of like 4,000 votes or something like that.
Damn.
But what I was gonna say about spoilers of Toei, it's like it's been there literally since day one. And theoretically, there's nothing that gets spoiled for you because when something is revealed, like that's the same like excitement you're gonna have while you're watching it. Yeah, right. You might be a little bit more excited, but like when you find out that like Ultra Instinct, for example, when Ultra Instinct first leaked, it was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's badass, but like, you know, I wish I could have seen it in a show. It's like the same thing would have happened. Like when you would have watched it in a show, you'd have been just as excited, or you might have been just as angry or just as happy. So like, as long as they don't really like go into the details of how stuff gets spoiled, it's not really that big of a deal. At least that's how I see it. Because like,
I agree.
I mean, let's be real. It's a fucking show. Like the good guy's gonna win every single time. Yeah. It's just how is it gonna get to that point? And like with Super especially, we knew that at the end of Z, everybody's still alive. And since Super takes place in between, like that, they got that safety gap where it's like no matter what happens, you know that Universe 7 is going to win. How are they going to win? That's the part that we got, obviously experienced as we watch the show. But like with all the stuff that they revealed leading up to that moment, it's like, yeah, it would be kind of cool to see it happen as it happens. But in all reality, it doesn't really dramatically make it that much better or worse when you get those spoilers. Now with the big one that obviously
dropped via data mine via
spoiler alert.
If you haven't heard already, if you are one of the few people who have not heard this already, you might want to mute the stream, come back a little bit, maybe a couple months later, watch it again, because we're about to blow your mind.
Vegeta Super Saiyan 4, baby.
Can you imagine?
I mean, it was like bound to happen because, like, again, leading up to the movie, they released the Bardock movie, they released the Broly movie, and Fusion Reborn all in theaters.
And so those were the big hints.
Oh, yeah, Broly movie is in theaters last weekend. I think Fusion Reborn is next, and then the Bardock special is like a week after that, something like that, in like theaters across the nation. It's like, why are they specifically focusing on that? Well, Bardock will probably have some kind of role in the movie. Obviously, we're not going to see Janemba, so it's got to be Gogeta. Right. And with how popular Vegeta Blue was, like, it only makes sense that they officially dive into Goku and Vegeta fusing, officially canon too.
Yeah, officially canon. Not that it matters, right?
Yeah, not that it really matters, but like it's obvious. Like when stuff like that happens, it's like we can't really be that surprised. So when stuff like that leaks, it's like, oh well, the fans already kind of expected it. That's how I feel like it always sees us.
I mean, sure, yeah, that's a safe bet for Toei to take. I mean, I think the main thing that people are chapped about is like, and it's not really the fact that it's a spoiler or a leak, but it's more like people complain about trailers these days and how the trailers reveal too much. And so
I don't watch trailers, to be honest, because here's the thing.
You are a better man than I am.
You don't have to watch the trailers. Like, what was it? What was it that came out that I just chose not? Oh yeah, Star Wars. The last 2 Star Wars movies, I watched one trailer, and that's when they initially announced them, and then that's it. Because I realized that they do reveal a lot.
Yeah.
So like in general, when a trailer comes out, like Captain Marvel just came out the other day, I'm gonna watch just that trailer and that's it. Like, I mean, if I'm sitting in the movie theater and it comes on, I guess I'll watch it. But like, I'm not gonna seek it out because I know that they reveal way too much. But at the same time, even if I see what happens in the trailer, it's like it's not gonna ruin the movie for me. Because like, what ruins a movie or show or whatever is if the writing is bad. So like, even if I find out something ahead of time because of a trailer or a leak, as long as it's good, I don't give a shit. Like, it's gonna be entertaining to watch.
I agree with that.
I don't know, guys. I saw that Rock movie, and they pretty much showed everything from the trailer, dude. Like I wish they didn't show him hanging with his fucking leg hanging off. Like, I would have liked the surprise. But...
I mean, what did you expect? Like, with a movie like
I know.
He's actually on a skyscraper. Totally spoiled the movie for me.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? I didn't know.
Anyway,
is like when it comes to how these things are promoted, they give us a lot of the puzzle pieces, but not everything. So like, I guarantee you, Gogeta is not gonna be the reason why they beat Broly. It's gonna be something stupid or something different.
Damn. It's definitely gonna be
But
I'm not
I would love for that to happen because
be
I'm expecting it not to happen. So if it happens, like, oh shit, because like I definitely plan on watching that movie.
Both languages.
They're doing a premiere, so like you should try to get out there to premiere in LA on the 13th.
Hey, if you know, I'll be out there if you got me a seat, man. I'll be in there. Me and Abel and all the goons will be in there.
We could probably hook that up because like
sick.
I mean, yo, Bandai, like
yo, Bandai, yo, we're pushing some product for you, you know.
I'll never forget. I saw the premiere for Resurrection F when it first came out in LA, and I got there. They're like, "Oh yeah, we don't have your tickets." I'm like, "Oh, what do you mean you don't have my tickets? I flew out here for this because Bay Area. I'm like, I flew out here for this. What you mean you don't have the tickets? We'll sneak you in." I'm like, is this real life? So what they ended up doing?
Bandai does things.
No, that was the Bandai. That was Funimation. So what happened was,
I believe that. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So what happened is they had like 10 seats in the front that they reserved for like anybody, I guess. And they weren't even used. Like the people that would have used it didn't even come up for it. So it's like, yeah,
they're like, fuck Dragon Ball.
I'm like, thanks, man. I flew out here for this shit.
That's cool, man. They treated you right though at the end. But yeah, we'll be out there for the premiere. But anyway, so Gogeta Blue is a thing. Gogeta Blue is going to be a thing in Dragon Ball.
Blue. For all we know, it could just be Super Saiyan.
Oh, it could be Super Saiyan.
Yeah, like that's Gogeta. So Gogeta is supposedly happening, but we don't know how.
Okay.
It could be Ultra Instinct. It could be blue. It could be fucking orange. It could be purple. Like, We don't know at this point. Like, it's just Toriyama can get really zany when it comes to that shit.
What if it is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and we cross into GT world? Like, oh my god, everybody's gonna. But
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, you know, like at this point, like why even mess with it?
Whatever you expect the least to happen will happen.
You know, you're right. I definitely.
Vegeta wins.
Except that Vegeta will never get a victory.
That will
I would love
happen.
that, but it's never gonna happen.
They won't let him do that, man, because then he'll never stop talking about it. He's like, remember the time I beat that guy's ass and Goku couldn't, and that'd be.
I always knew I was the best.
He's like, now give me your wife, Kakarot.
Yeah, like I see someone in the chat said it's gonna be red Gogeta. And again, I won't be surprised. Like for all we know, if they could probably be all like, "Hey, if we go blue, we'll defuse like we did as Vegito, so let's stay red."
That's a good point.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I was about to bring that up too. Like, wouldn't that fuck with how long they'd be in the transformation?
Most certainly.
Because like if you remember, the fusion lasts 30 minutes. When Gotenks went Super Saiyan 3, they lasted 5 minutes. So theoretically, if you go blue or even red at that, it should last like what, a minute? Unless there's some kind of bullshit that they write into the story, like, oh yeah, if you fuse with God, it lasts longer. I don't know. Like they could do anything.
What if it's Gogeta blue? But it becomes a Potora.
What if they fucking made Tree of Might canon? They're like, hey, go get that fucking fruit from the Tree
fruit,
of Might. Yeah. Oh, it's just canon now, bro.
You'll never know.
I mean, there's probably still some of that stuff lying around. They only blew it. Nah, I forgot. It's not canon. Never mind. But that does open the doors to season 2 of Dragon Ball FighterZ featuring, and I see him on this list here, Gogeta.
Gogeta is so dope that he's on the list 3 times.
Wow.
As Blue Gogeta, Red Gogeta, and Super Gogeta. Oh,
God damn, you're right.
This man is so popular, he's on there 3 times.
You know what's so weird about that? Like, no one has, outside of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, no one has ever even seen him talk. Like, what's his personality?
I mean, the way I see it is I think they're the same person because, like, it's Goku and Vegeta fusing. How is that any different than when they're Vegito?
Well, the thing was, like, well, they're totally different because as you will watch from Strong as Fusion, he definitely didn't say anything the whole time, and he was just kind of a stuck-up asshole.
Yeah, but
whereas Vegeta was like blah 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 all fucking 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, to be fair, in that it's like in a movie, back in the movies, when they used to do them, like the first 13 movies, you only had like 40 minutes per movie, and really all the action happens in the last 5 minutes. That's why every single Dragon Ball movie back then was like set up the same. It's like the Z Fighters are losing up in the last 5 minutes, and then something magically happens. In this case, Gogeta. So it's like, oh, we got 1 minute of action. Let's just get right into it. That's basically why we
don't waste time talking.
Yeah, but then obviously when you put him in like GT, where he has multiple episodes, whatever he wants to be, like, you know, talk, and then that's what gets him in trouble, and he defuses. Like, I mean, it's Goku and Vegeta, both their personalities into one. It's a problem. It's a problem. Like it doesn't make for a good fighter. I mean, it's fighter because like obviously power wise, but like when they fuse, they're an idiot.
They can't finish the job.
Yeah. Like a lot of people try to be all like, well, Vegeta's better because, or Gogeta's better because, unlike Vegito, he actually got the job done. It's like, yeah, it's because he didn't have time.
You know, in a minute. I had 1 minute to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly feel like, and people will disagree with this, I honestly feel like when it comes down, they probably have the same personality. Because, like, what's different?
Yeah. It also depends on the situation, also. He also realized he could just beat the crap out of Janemba with, like, 3 hits, and he was like, yeah. I waste my breath.
Dude, it would be so godly if they could speak through telepathy. They just stopped talking altogether and just invaded your mind.
Well, that's what, like,
this man, he killed Janemba with pocket sand. Pocket sand, man. But speaking
the rainbow pocket sand.
Speaking of season 2, let me get Super Gogeta though. I think, see, it's like when it comes down to it, people always ask like, why do I like Gogeta better than Vegito? It's just when it comes down to it, they're both obviously powerful warriors. They're both flashy. It's like one has the sword, which I think is badass, and the other one has like the pocket sand. It's called that. I just like the way Gogeta's designed better. He's got that one bang. He doesn't have the stupid earrings. I'm not a big fan of the Metamoran dance vest or whatever, but like everything else is dope. It's dope about him. So give me Gogeta in season 2, and I'll be happy. Give me Janemba too. Gogeta
Janemba's on there. I see Master Roshi, Mr. Satan. This is gonna be a pretty good list.
Yeah, it actually kind of surprised me because on here also they had Topo, and Kid Goku probably won't happen just because like. I feel like well, it's number one. It's enough Goku's number one. And number two, it just doesn't. The matchup feels awkward having Kid Goku go up against like Vegeta Blue or something or Rose. I know it's a game, but it just still feels awkward. But like everybody else on here, Jiren I guess kind of makes sense because he's obviously the big guy in the last arc. Toppo is weird to me because Toppo was badass for that one episode, but after that it's like I just don't really care about Toppo. Roshi makes sense because, and it's funny because I just said that Kid Goku doesn't make sense. Roshi makes sense just because I feel like his fight style will be so different, and same thing with Hercule Satan. Like they're obviously not on the level as like Goku and Vegeta and stuff like that, but their fight styles will be so different. Like I remember Hercule was one of the most funnest characters to use in the Budokai days because he would fight with those like Game Boy bombs and his like tricky style attacks. And I think that alone will make it cool. I guess that will make Kid Goku cool as well because then he would have the Nimbus and stuff. I don't know. Like,
I think Ribrianne will be a great character in season 2.
This guy,
dude, I'm telling you, man.
This guy has been pulling so hard for Ribrianne.
I had a whole tirade on Twitter yesterday about how her moveset would actually be fairly unique for Dragon Ball Fighters and shut down a lot of movement.
You got to give me Videl because this is
for what? She don't even have a moveset.
Well, hold on. Yes, she does. She definitely does. In Xenoverse, again, I hate
God damn it.
But in Xenoverse, she is one of the best characters in the game because of her fight style. And obviously, since the game lacks female fighters, we'll probably have Kefla for sure.
We can have Ribrianne instead.
I don't want Ribrianne just because I just cannot stand Ribrianne. I hate her character so much. Every time she popped up in Super during that arc, it was like, oh.
She's just supposed to love you, Ryan. She's just supposed to love you.
The thing is she popped up a lot. She's probably one of the more fleshed out characters, which is crazy.
Yeah.
She's one of the most fleshed out characters of the cast that were shown at the Tournament of Power.
Dude, that's what pissed me off because they put her in our face so much. I was like, oh, she better do something amazing. And then she didn't do shit. I was like,
dude, when she sprouted the wings, I'm like, dude, that's going to be great because then she gets like 8-wave movement and she can fire arrows rapidly. And people are going to be getting like pissed and rage quitting on her because like, all this guy does is pick Ribrianne and run away and just shoot out like spamming arrows, and I can't super dash to them because they're like level 3 level 3 projectiles. And
Ribrianne had almost more airtime than Frieza doing that.
That's fine. That's fine.
And I'm like, she better do something. And what'd she do? Nothing. It actually came down to her team, the last 3 fighters, basically doing the exact same shit that her team did.
That was whack.
And it's like, dude, just end it. You're done. Your universe is gone. I don't know. That's why I just can't stand Ribrianne. She was just so annoying. But at the same time, the game doesn't need more female warriors, so like I wouldn't be opposed. Like again, the thing about arcs is they know how to make a character. They know how to make a character. They can literally take Farmer with shotgun from episode 1 in Dragon Ball Z, and they'll make them good.
Yeah,
just as long as it's not Beerus, they'll make any character good.
I'm seeing some other characters on this list that didn't make the top 16, and I'm thinking, oh man, I actually wouldn't mind them being in here. One of them being, I mean, a lot of people wanted Raditz. A lot of people wanted Raditz in this game.
Why Raditz?
Yeah, people really wanted Raditz.
I think Raditz from a functional standpoint is actually pretty good. And now in the quote unquote beta version of this game, Extreme Butoden, he was actually one of the better characters because he had really good normals. The game functions totally differently than this game, obviously, but that's something that could carry over into this game, is where some people just thought that some of the normals just aren't big enough on some of these characters. He might solve that a little bit because a lot of his normals are just gigantic because he's, almost like medium-sized to big body.
The funny thing about Raditz is he was one of the better characters in almost all the games. Like, in Xenoverse, he had a disgustingly good moveset, but no one will pick him because it's fucking Raditz. But like, if you picked him, you would just always win because he could freeze people. He had like a bunch of a good mix of key-based attacks and physical attacks. Like, he was a good character. But I just still don't care about Raditz. Like, don't give me Raditz. You know who they do need to give us is that Majin Vegeta.
Majin Vegeta. That's an interesting one though, because like I feel like his moveset would definitely be different enough from the other Vegetas to warrant inclusion on his list. But I can't tell if I'm just like drinking the Kool-Aid here, where I'm like, oh yeah, I'll totally take another Vegeta as long as he doesn't have the same exact normal moveset.
I don't want Ultra Instinct Goku because I see it as but I will take Majin Vegeta any day of the week.
I will take Majin
Vegeta. How many Gokus are in the game right now? We got base Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, and I guess Goku Black if you count that.
Goku Blue, Goku Black,
and a Goku Blue as well.
So 4. We got 4 technical Goku.
Vegeta has the same amount then, not counting Rose. I don't know. I just feel like Majin Vegeta is such a fan favorite that if they announced him, okay, because like the final explosion is level 3. Like, are you fucking serious? Like that shit'll be dope. And with the dramatic finish too. Yes, give me Majin Vegeta.
I think he has to appear in there, especially if they'd have to make him have a dramatic finish against Big Boo. Yep. But I can see that being a thing. The other character that I thought would be interesting coming from this is Super Boo, but I'm also trying to rack my brain on what would he do differently than Kid Boo, you know?
Exactly. That's the only thing. Like, I mean, I guess if they bust out a Faust like they did in what's Guilty Gear, where every time he does that, I forgot what move it was, but he had those like randomized moves. What you can do with him is when you do is you can have like a level 1 where he transforms in between Buhan or Bootanks or Bukalo, or maybe like once per fight, and it's completely at random. Because like in Budokai 2, what he would do is he had a fusion mechanic where he'll absorb anybody, and he could absorb like Frieza or Cell or Gotenks, Gohan. He would just at random pick somebody and fuse with them, and that will give him a completely new moveset. The only reason why I would be okay with Super Boo is if they do something like that, where like I don't know if they would just randomize it or if he just had like move change based on how he did it, but that would be dope. Like being able to just like fuse in the middle of a fight and like completely fight differently. Because like think about that on a professional level, like at a tournament or something. Like number one, you would have to know how to fight with every single character. Number one. Number two, you have to know how to fight against all those different Super Boos. That would be wild. You'll never know what to expect.
I feel like they tried to do something like that with Android 21, but they eased up before they could really like lean too far into that idea. And so they just kind of gave her a series of generic specials that she could get from certain characters. But what I could see them doing with Super Boo, and from a developer standpoint, this is probably a great challenge, is, giving them a little bit of that, that normal move set. Now, this is obviously, the pinnacle of hard to program characters in this game. We're probably going to expect a lot of glitches and bugs with this character. The safe way to do it would be to have him give him a level 3 that's slow startup, and once it's executed correctly, he just absorbs one of the pre-existing characters like Piccolo, Gotenks, or Adult Gohan. And they're not necessarily on the other character's team. That's just part of the animation, and he becomes that version of him.
Maybe I thought you were about to say he just like kills a character on the other team.
No. No, it's more like an install. Like, it's more like a Golden Frieza transformation kind of thing for him. I can see that working.
He did have that explosion he used against Gohan, so they could do that where he just explodes and then he comes back as somebody,
exactly.
But essentially, what he did is he blew himself up to buy more time. So, what was it? So, was it why did he bought time for? I forgot why. Oh, it was because of the fusion, wasn't it? Because he wanted to wait for Goten and Trunks to be able to fuse again, and I don't even remember.
Yeah, that's trippy.
But he bought time because he had to wait a certain amount of time before he could absorb them, and then he ended up absorbing Gohan.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he absorbed Piccolo, and then he absorbed Gotenks, and then Gotenks was the one that overpowered.
Then he was full.
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, he wanted to wait that 30 minutes fuse again so he could beat down Gohan. That's what it was.
Okay. All right. Well, I could see him being in there, but this is a good list either way. And then we don't know what's going to happen. Season 2 is not even announced yet. We don't know what's going to happen. Tokyo Game Show is going on right now, and there could be any number of announcements surrounding fighters. Obviously, we have the more of the World Tour rolling around.
Yeah, I feel like we're not going to get Season 2 announced until at the end of the World Tour. When's the last stop?
I keep seeing January.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, so I would wait for some kind of announcement around then.
Yeah, but we're getting Jump Force in February, but then they have to be focusing on like the next big thing. So yeah, it makes sense. We'll probably get in January.
Oh boy, Jump Force, man!
I guarantee you, it's gonna be all like, hey, let's take all the 7 Dragon Ball, pull Shenrod out, and then it's like the big wish will be Season 2. Watch them do that shit. I can see them doing that shit. Hey Bandai, if y'all do that, y'all owe me some revenue for that.
I'm wishing for Season 2 and no longer playing copyrighted Dragon Ball music.
If I had all 7 Dragon Balls, I would wish for Beerus, and they still wouldn't make them.
Too powerful.
Don't worry, man.
We can't do that.
They're gonna put him in Jump Force, and he's gonna be the best.
Oh, can you imagine if he was like a boss character in Jump Force and he's just like playable? Ridiculous.
Right now, my only hope is that Beerus has been trashing every single game. I mean, technically, if you pick up any character, they can be decent. Like Hit was a monster in Xenoverse 2. He was actually like borderline broken because of how he moves. And Beerus, again, he was bad, but you could use it to be good. I'm waiting for him to release him on Legends because I feel like at least Legends will do some like justice with that character.
I had to stop playing Legends, man. I was getting so mad at that game.
Dude, look, I
That
got
game is frustrating, dude.
No. I gotta show you the tech. I gotta show you the
Yes,
tech.
please show me the tech for that game.
I found out. So you know how it is. Like you have like 4 cards. You have like strike, key, and then you have your special attacks.
Right. Yeah.
So the average player would just do strike, key, special, whatever, and then you do all those cards. Then you're out of key. Well, actually, what you could do is if you do strike, swipe, strike, swipe, strike, swipe, what happens is you do your melee attacks, and then you cancel out of it. And when you cancel out of it, you actually draw another card. You regain key. You also regain vanish. So what you can do is instead of doing like a basic 3-card combo, you can do like 8 to 9 cards.
Damn.
Right.
Okay.
You can kill a whole team, and nobody knows about that except for like the top players that haven't said shit about it. So I made a video about that the other day.
Wow, they're saving that shit for nationals.
Dude, I made a video on that the other day, and like now, like I'm seeing a lot more people do it. But like literally, it's like the secret tech that's just been in the game since day one that no one knew about. But yeah, like, if you swipe in between every attack, you can actually extend your shit beyond like what you're supposed to do. And once you have that tech, it's like that game becomes so much more fun.
See, so like I knew you could do that. I just didn't know the significance of it. I thought that was something that they were working on, like possibly patching out later on in the game.
I thought it was a bug. Like I waited for like the longest because there was a bug it first came out where you could basically regain key while you get an attack, and that was kind of powerful. And they fixed that. They also had like a double dash thing that they like immediately removed. So I'm thinking, okay, if they remove that, they'll remove this. But like a month later, I'm like, okay, I guess it's safe to use this. So it makes the game so much more fun. Like
let it rock.
Trust me on that.
Let that shit rock. All right, so Dragon Ball Legends. If you haven't got it yet so far, just jump on it. Don't be like me. Don't quit in the middle of that shit. I'm gonna jump back in though. I gotta get back in there.
Yeah,
but I gotta finish out the first season of Dragon Ball Fighters first, man, because this is
my only problem is like there's just so much stuff to play. Like
they brought out a lot of stuff at once. Yeah.
Like I understand why people are good at a game because all they do is play just that one game. Like I haven't touched Fighters in about 3 weeks now because I've been playing. Well, Spider-Man came out obviously, and Spider-Man took over my life for like that 3-week period, and then I started playing all the mobile games more. But like playing just that one game and mastering it is like it's a talent. It is a talent, and I even saw actually I forgot who it was. It was somebody FCC that retweeted it. It's like, yo, when all these games come out over the course of the next like 3 months, like Kingdom Hearts, Red Dead Redemption, FGC gives the fighting games have to just kind of take a step back a little bit.
Yeah.
Well,
dude, these next 5 months are gonna be like rough, man. Like,
stupid.
Like I have not played Spider-Man, but it's killing me, bro. Like I'm like, dude, I want to play it so bad. And then the next, well, you got off the top of my head, Red Dead. I'm gonna play that. Resident Evil 2. I'm gonna play that when that comes out.
Damn, when's that coming out?
Do that. Well, apparently January or February. I don't know. One of those
Holy
days.
Crap.
And these games, some of them require a lot of your attention.
Yep.
You know, so it's like, how do you balance that and play these fighting games? But you know what, man? It's better for us to have all these great options than it is to not, you know. And shit, I just look forward to the chance whenever I do get to play.
Yeah, I feel you, dude. Like I keep telling myself, like right now I'm going through like this old ass RPG that got ported over to PC, and I'm like, oh, I'm having a great time, and then I'm seeing other stuff trickle down finally, like into the release category, and I'm like, oh, I wanted to play that, but I'm focused on this shit.
It's like you. So the Spider-Man thing, it's like you miss out on a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah, definitely.
Like everybody is doing something, and you already liked it, but you decided to count yourself out. Then I feel like I'm missing.
Why do we do that?
You gotta play Spider-Man. It was that good. And like part of me thought, like, is it gonna be just hype? Because I remember I played Spider-Man at E3, and I thought, well, this is a fun game, but I feel like it's just gonna be another super game. Yeah. And then obviously the game comes out, you see everything that they added into it. It's like, bruh, they actually delivered on this. So Spider-Man is a game that you just have to play if you're a fan of Spider-Man. If you're just a fan of gaming in general, it's just so good. And that ending, woo!
Well, guys, you know, we're dedicated Dragon Ball fans. and we got, dude, and then we got so much stuff for Dragon Ball coming up. I mean, and then Jump Force.
Jump Force looks. All right, so when I first saw it, I was like, this kind of reminds me of Victory or J Versus.
J Stars.
J Stars. There we go. Yeah. So remind me of J, which I didn't even hate that game. I thought that game was broken, but I was like, I don't hate it. That was a great concept. And so I was like, oh, here comes the sequel to that with improved visuals and everything else that just looks better. And why am I getting sucked into this shit again? You know?
Uh-huh.
Like as soon as I saw Ichigo, I was like, oh my God. I haven't even liked Bleach in like 2 years. I definitely clowned on the ending. And then I saw Ichigo and I was like, sold, baby. I'm back in the game.
The way I see it is J Stars 2. And some might view that as like a negative thing, but that's just because I feel like a lot of us played so much of J Stars, so we can't touch that game anymore. Which means it was a good game.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, it was a good game. It's just that I played so much of it, I can't stomach it anymore. Which means it was that good. What Jump Force is J Stars 2. If you look at Yusuke when he was revealed last night, a lot of those moves came from straight from J Stars. Like
sick.
Oh, we need to add some moves for Yusuke. Let's just do the same shit we had in J Stars. Like, but it looks better. What they did with Jump Force is it is J Stars, but it's improved. But it feels like a true sequel. And a lot of times when you get a sequel, it doesn't feel like a sequel because like it is the same game. And I think because of the improvement and how different it looks, it's a good thing. But end of the day, we're gonna stop playing Jump Force after 3 months. At least they'll release the DLC characters, bring us back for a week, and then we'll hate it again. That's just how those games work.
But what if it has esports support behind? Nah, I won't.
Get out of here.
No way, man. After what
fuck out of here.
we can barely get Shueisha to let us fucking play the game for money. We can't even. Shueisha's got to play ball with everybody else that works with Shonen Jump. Forget about it.
Yep.
Get all these authors to come together and pony up. I doubt it.
Nah, that game is gonna be broken when it comes out. It's gonna be
for sure.
After that first week, someone will find out those infinite combos that they're not even gonna patch. Like that's just how they work. Like thing about anime 3D arena fighters especially is there's just supposed to be those fun casual games that you just play with your friends on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the games that you sweat in. Sometimes you can, depending on how it is. Like I know the Storm series kind of had like that learning curve where you can only learn as much as you can, but then some find a way to go beyond that. You'll always have those in games, but at the end of the day, like these 3D arena anime fighters are just meant to be those basic games you play with your friends on the couch. Like, wanna go play Dragon Ball? Yeah, let's do it. So it's gonna be fun for what it is, but like end of the day, you can't forget that this is just J Stars 2.
That's true. And like I mentioned Shueisha before, like, you know, as the proprietors of Weekly Shonen Jump and just having like all these crazy IPs they can make amazing games out of. But it feels like they never really had the intent to do anything more than make something that's fun. And I feel like when they make games like, well, not necessarily make games, but when their IPs are used for games like Jump, J Stars and Jump Forces and whatnot, that's when they're really the best. You know, I love fighters, but it's like I can tell there's some stress involved with that shit when they're making it. You know?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm happy that Fighters happened because Fighters was the first anime game, and I say that with like confidence. It's the first anime game that actually was somewhat competitive, where they really thought about like how each character should work. And I mean, we see that with how they buff and nerf shit every couple weeks. Like they really pay attention to that game. The thing about fighting games that's always been the big challenge is how do you get the casuals? Because like you could keep making a game like Guilty Gear, which like sold like what 40,000, 3,000 copies total. Might have been more than that, but like a small number compared to like the big games. And the second you start making the games a bit more dumbed down, it's like, yeah, more casuals come in, but the casuals will still drop the game after like 2 months. And all you really do is just piss off like the hardcore players because like they made the game too easy. So it's like, how do you solve that? Well, the best way to do it is just make a hardcore competitive game, slap Dragon Ball on it. And they can do that. They can do that over and over again. Like they can literally remake fighters with like Naruto, with like Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter. Like you can literally remake that game over and over again to get the casuals over. They might still drop it, but like there's gonna be a competitive scene behind it. And at the end of the day, the company still gets their money. So I'm happy that fighters happen because like I feel like the future is gonna have so much more, and it's just gonna be great.
I wonder how many people, because of Dragon Ball Fighters, have all of a sudden experienced the competitive scene for the first time.
Oh, a lot.
Oh, a ton of people. Yeah, I would see people at locals that just
never
even been to tournaments before.
Cool Kid Redmond. He was a top 8 in Street Fighter. He was a Xenoverse player originally, and I remember me and him used to go back and forth playing, Xenoverse back in the day, and like it's always a lot of complaints on how busted that game is, how there's no balance, and then from there, I don't know if he was already playing Street Fighter or if he just went to Street Fighter after that, but like he was originally like a casual on that game. And look where he is now, top 8 in Street Fighter at Evo.
He's a beast, dude.
Yeah, so like I feel like a lot of people did get that experience with fighters. Because like you never know. The thing about fighting games is they're frustrating, they piss you off, they make you angry. You go online, you lose. Like it's like fighting games are made so you hate them. But something inside you wants to keep learning how to like improve and get better. And then when something clicks, that's when like you really become like a fighting game fanatic.
I think it's because there's actual things that you have to know. There's things that you have to learn. Whereas in other games, it can be ambiguous because the game maybe is not made too well. You know, other things are completely imbalanced, and you could throw yourself into those scenarios like you're talking about, like arena fighters, where that wasn't the intention, but in the grand scheme of like a Dragon Ball Fighters game, it's meant to be polished in that aspect. So you do have to kind of go through these learning curves and pick up these concepts, like learn philosophical concepts as to how they work and apply to this game and shit. You know, like you find out a lot about yourself in really throwing yourself into a fighting game that you probably wouldn't in some other casual game.
I would say
which is like it's hard. It's hard for people to look at themselves and be like, I'm not good. You know, like
no, that's yeah, believe me. I look at myself in the mirror every day and I'm like, I will not beat this person that I've been wanting to for years, but that's okay. But I was saying like another difference is like, you know, with a game like Fighters, a lot of that depth is going to be presented to you pretty quickly in comparison to something like Jump Forces, which we don't know. It might have depth, but we're going to do a lot of digging for it most likely. It's not going to be handed to us. There won't be any strategy guide. It'll be.
I don't think that game's gonna be deep, to be honest.
It probably won't be, but if there ever is any kind of meta that exists in the game, it'll have to be created around the community.
Never forget that the burst attack that Ichigo had in J-Stars, an instant kill. It was an instant kill. Like if you pull up the final Getsuga Tenshu, you win. And like this is the company we're dealing with that's building Jump Force. Like we'll probably get that same bullshit. Like. I guarantee you, because they revealed that Goku can go blue, and the way it works is when we play the build at E3, if you hit the sticks down, you do your ultimate. If you hit the sticks down again, you can go into your awakening. So in Naruto's case, he can go into the stage 6 fast mode. Luffy can go into 4th gear, and then Goku at the time can only go Super Saiyan. But if you go further beyond, which was just recently added, he goes blue. So it's like, what happens when he's a blue? Does he just get an instant kill too? Like. This is who we're dealing with. Like, you only get 1 health bar, which I still don't know if I'm a big fan of that. But I mean, I get it. It's gonna be 2 rounds for each fight now, as opposed to just 1 round.
Interesting.
So I get why they kind of did that. So everybody shares a health bar, but like at the same time, it's like if someone busts out, like busts out Ichigo, and Ichigo ends up having the same ultimate as he did in J-Stars, like, do you just lose? Like, where's the balance? But again, this is who you're dealing with when they make games like this.
Man, 1 health bar. It's kind of whack.
It is. I don't know. I was not a big fan of that, and I don't know why. I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but like at the same time, it is 2 rounds, so it's like you'll still kind of get the same experience, but like it's not as enjoyable, if that makes sense. Because I'll be able to just tag out. Like if my Goku's dying, let me tag out the Yusuke.
Right.
But I guess they wanted to further just dumb it down and make it more Like again, this is just what they do.
That's fine. I mean, like maybe I'm not thinking about it the right way, and like it'll be enjoyable when I give it a shot.
Yo, Chris, we're about to play for like a day, dude.
I mean, I might play it for a couple hours. You never know.
A couple hours. The chats talk about My Hero, and I'm about to drop a bomb. I don't think My Hero character is going to be in the game.
Wow, really?
Well, the reason why is they're probably like game? The most like because they just dropped the game. Same now yet actually. My Hero One Justice comes out in I think October or November in the US. It's already out in Japan. Yeah. I feel like if you're buying a game, it's like you're limited. I remember like when I was a kid, I was limited. Like, do I want this game or do I want that game? Do you want the game that has every character, or do you want the game that has just the My Hero characters? I mean, obviously, if you got the fun, you'll buy both. But I feel like because My Hero just came out and it's so close to the release of Jump Force, they're probably not going to add Deku in there. They're probably not going to add All Might in there. At the same time, it's like, do you want to see Deku and All Might in there over someone like, X, Y, and Z? Because you can only have so many characters from different franchises in that one game. Like, if My Hero already got their own game that pretty much places exactly like Jump Force, do you rather get Deku and All Might in there and like Bakugo, or would you rather get someone else from like, I don't know, your favorite show?
But my favorite show is My Hero Academia.
Then go get My Hero Academia.
No, I hate that show. Fuck it, it sucks.
What?
No, I don't have. I have no opinion. I have no opinion. I have no opinion on that show. I watched the first season of it. It wasn't bad. I watched it at work, and like my coworker was like watching it with me, and she kept crying like every episode, and I was like, all right, I ain't watching this shit no more.
No. You gotta watch season. They're on season 3 now. Watch through season 2, and then watch catch up. Basically, catch up. It's good.
Okay.
It deserves the hype. It's not one of those shows that just overhyped.
I'll give it a shot. It's got Bones behind it, so I love Bones. Bones is definitely #1 studio.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking to the guy that loves every episode that Brienne was in, so.
She's a great character for fighters, man. Like freaking the Blanca Ball. Get armor on it. That could be your sis, full screen.
We did commentary tracks for a lot of those episodes, and you were not happy. You know what? I take that back. You were happy. I was not.
I was pretty happy the whole time. You guys actually ruined my. You ruined my buzz for the Tournament of Power.
You know we had to shut down the commentary tracks because we were so upset we couldn't pretend that we were watching.
I loved it, but you guys are ruining my love for the Tournament of Power. It made me really depressed. I had to stop talking about Dragon.
You know how you make so much, like, you don't want to make negative content, right? And you're like, you know what, man? Maybe it's cool if we just kill this off, because really. I can't not be honest about how many episodes I'm not liking. So, but Chris was like, yes, more Brienne. Give me more of this arc. Meanwhile, Gohan is like worthless.
What else is new?
Yeah, I feel like that was me. Like I would just sit there and just, the second Super comes on, I turn into like the 10-year-old version of me. I'm having a blast. And I come to Twitter, I'm like, oh, everybody hated him. Did we watch the same episode?
I'm over here enjoying myself by posting spoilers, and people were just like, hey, hold on a second. I wanted to catch that. Like, for real. So, I don't know. I enjoyed every minute of Tournament of Power, except for the Tension Hot episode. That was whack.
I didn't like that. Yeah, they made Tien go up for no reason. Yeah. First of all, the man had clones. He could have literally had one of his clones be the one that
Don't start the clone argument again. What hit? Holy crap. We just got over that.
Yeah, when I think about Tournament of Power, I just think about the ending, really, like the last like 10 episodes, and I forget about everything that happened leading up to that point. I just know that they gave Frieza no airtime until the end, and that made me angry.
That was a great ending, though, right? It's all that matters. People don't even remember all of Tournament of Power, but they remember the last episode where Frieza and Goku take out Jiren. Spoiler alert! And it was magic. People, it just made everybody forget and then it ended, and people were like, "It's over." Yep. Really? It's really over? Remember when people were just like, it's not ending, it's going on hiatus. Dude. And you guys had to literally fight people on Twitter about how it's not going on hiatus.
The second Super comes back, it's going to be like, I told you it was just a hiatus. No. I mean, it is, but it isn't. It is, but it isn't. Like, the show is done. Like
all right.
Tagashi goes on hiatus, it's because literally his back is broken and he can't work. So he just takes his breaks. Like, he doesn't know when he's gonna come back. Super is like done. And if they decide to bring Super back, which they will just because of money, it's like, it's not that it wasn't a hiatus, it's just because I don't know. Maybe so Dragon Ball Ultra is gonna be the next show.
That's what I was gonna say. This is a very important discussion topic that I just realized we could have been talking about earlier. But will there be another series after the movie? Or more movies, most likely. I could see it happening, but what are they going to do with it?
The theory that I have is I think they're going to go beyond where Z ended. And obviously, again, this is one of my biggest problems with Super at the time. There was no threat. Because no matter how badass the bad guys got, you knew at the end of Z, they're all there. So if they finally go past Z, they introduce like Oob again, basically do how GT was supposed to be. Then it's like you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to die. You don't know, like, what's next. You don't know, like, which direction you're going to take the show. And at that point, it's like a big void. And you can't call Dragon Ball Super because it's not Super anymore. Now it's like something that's different. So that's why I think, like, when they ended Super, they ended it because they want to do that. But again, that's just a speculation.
That is a speculation. I mean, that's a good guess.
You know, the thing about Dragon Ball that always bothered me was how no matter how much they took Goku out of the picture, is as a writing staff, they always had a pocket Goku sitting there just in case shit didn't work out. You know, hey, Gohan's not really too popular right now as much as we thought he would. Let's bring Goku back because our story can allow us to do that.
I mean, it's all like, you know, like I don't hate that too much, but I think if they did do another series, I would like them to finally step away from that, because now it's like, hey, this isn't really Toriyama's it's not really within his window anymore. This is now officially beyond Toriyama's influence, because it's after Z. He didn't really have any influence over GT, so this is all Toei and Shueisha.
So I got a question for you guys. Is it possible to have a big Dragon Ball show, movie, or whatever without Goku in it?
No.
I would say yeah, but only if it's a it has to be a descendant.
So, I mean, I think how they did the History of Trunks and the Bardock special was right. But I feel like if they try to do that today, there'll be way too much backlash. Because, I mean, think about it. The Dragon Ball fans are like one of the most passionate fans out of any fandom, because, like, when their character's not in it, or when their character doesn't do something right, it's like, it's completely, like, you know, blows up. That's why. So I feel like if you do Dragon Ball without Goku, it's like you kind of can't. But at the same time, I love the Bardock special. I love the Super Saiyan Bardock. Dope. I would love to see more of that. And people during Super are talking about, like, I would love to see a Hit spinoff. I would love to see a Pride Trooper spinoff. We would love that. But at the same time, like, would it do anywhere near as the numbers that, you know? No. Answer is no. And that's why it can never happen.
So then that would kind of go into the whole flaw of what Dragon Ball is, right? Where we kind of are always going to know who's going to win.
Exactly. And that's why it's like, I don't know why people were always just confused and surprised when Goku was the hero. It's like, dude, we're like 700 episodes deep in the show now. Come on.
Like, please. Well, we know that he can die. And
we see him die and come back. Like,
come back. Even when he's dead, it's like, hey, what's Goku doing in heaven right now? And it's like, God damn it.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah, like, oh, here's Hit, who can literally stop time, and he just beats down Vegeta like it's nothing. And then Goku just magically figures out, oh, I know what to do.
You weren't paying attention. So,
but again, I mean, that comes with the territory. You got to accept that that's what's going to happen in Dragon Ball every single time.
Yeah. Now, would I like them to do a series without Goku? Or they could, like I said, they could do a descendant of Goku, or just make him a secondary role.
That's why this Broly movie is interesting, because when they first announced it, like original announced it, they talk about this is going to say it's like going all the way in the past. And it's like, okay, so Goku's not going to be in it. And for like the first 6 months, we didn't think that this is going to be around Goku.
That's true, yeah.
And then here comes Broly. It's like, oh, not only is it a Goku movie, it's like
it's another
Goku movie.
I'm still gonna watch this shit. I'm hyped.
I'm excited.
Yeah, man, hell yeah.
Like, the production team,
they got me, man.
Look, man. I think we were talking about a little bit of about the animation. I agree with you, Brian. It doesn't really bother me, the whole 3D animation thing. I really want to see how these leaks, spoilers, or whatever, how they transpire. Like, just like how you said about the whole Ultra Instinct shit. I mean, who wasn't hype about that regardless, even though we knew?
I have a perfectly reasonable explanation for that. So this is why you got spoilers every single week. So the episodes aired on Sunday morning, which is Saturday for us, right? On Monday, Tuesday, the magazines come out. Now, when you produce a magazine, how soon do you produce it? The week before.
Right.
That's why we had spoilers. So it's not that Japan was purposely spoiling it for us. They were doing their job. It's just that when it leaks, it spreads like wildfire, and it always comes out before the episodes air. That's why you had so many spoilers with everything leading up to it. Now, obviously, right now, they're promoting it, and they're giving us like as little information as possible while giving us a lot of information. But at the same time, for Super specifically, the information came out, technically, it was supposed to come out after the episodes aired.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Well, we still watched it anyways because we're Dragon Ball fans.
Ate that shit up, baby.
And we gotta figure out why.
I mean,
The why is so important.
well, the thing is despite getting the spoilers, they never revealed the big details. I mean, for the entire arc, I was waiting for Frieza to do something evil, and he didn't.
That's true, man. They
That's the kind of surprise I don't want.
That was a big diversion, and I don't even honestly the way that it ended up being. I don't feel like it was on purpose. Well, I'll take that back. I feel like he was supposed to be big, and then they were like, "Hey, let's back up off of this storyline." And
we're about to kill this
I was
series.
surprised, but like you have to look at it from both perspectives. It's like if you did something bad, it's like I fucking knew it. We all expected this to happen. It finally happened, but now that it doesn't happen, it's like, man, maybe you should have done something bad.
Yeah, they pulled the Vince McMahon, dude.
Is we're never happy. We're never satisfied, ever, and it just comes with the territory as well.
Hey, man, safest bet: don't change anything.
Yeah, just keep doing the same formula over and over again. You know, sprinkling some fusion in there. Make sure that Gogeta doesn't win and roll in the end, and it's gonna be great.
And then always remember to dip a little bit into esports, you know, because I need money.
Yep. Oh no, but we're definitely gonna buy the characters. We're gonna buy the toys. We're gonna buy the cards. Like,
yep.
I mean, the theory always was if something happens in Super that doesn't make sense, it was money. Like Vegito Blue was released so they can make the Vegeta. I have a Vegeta Blue figure right behind me, right there.
People act like that character ain't popular.
Yeah, like it's they do stuff because they know they could sell it later. And like we have to forget, like we always forget that Toei is a company. Toei, they're not just like some people that do this for fun. Like they're printing money off of this, and as a business, they're gonna always figure out the best way to maximize every cent because that's what they're supposed to do. Can we blame them for that? No, but are we always gonna support that? Probably not. But like in the meantime, we'll give us Dragon Ball. We'll enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
I think the most like hype shit for me has been when they take the quality of the animation to like the next level.
Yeah.
That shit. I mean that's why I loved it in the beginning anyways.
I mean,
you know,
watch Resurrection F the arc and watch the Turn of Power and it's like, yo, did you guys just get money for this now? Like did they give you no budget?
Yeah.
That shit was trash in Resurrection F.
Oh god. All right, so I have to put this baby to bed soon, so sorry I have to really clunk it up. But do we have any questions, guys?
So this is our producer Gibby. Great introduction, Hell Pockets.
Hey, you don't have a 5-year-old swinging from her freaking desk right now. You know, she's like, I've been trying to go to bed for 30 minutes, Dad. I'm like.
So, super producer Gibby, please hit us with the few or one question that we have so Chris could put babies to sleep.
Fucking great. Okay. Well, I already said I want to Gogeta and Raditz. But from just the Shonen, like guest characters, I guess from Shonen Jump, I guess I would like to see Grimjow from Bleach and shit, just like make up the fourth one. Like who's one of those characters from Hitman Reborn? Yeah, put him in there.
Man, I literally don't know enough characters to be able to answer that question.
I'm just trying to think like who would be a good fit. Like part of me wants to say Yusuke Urameshi, but I feel like that's like the basic answer. So I'm gonna just go left field completely and say I want Meruem. I want I want Cell 2.0. Give me the second Cell.
Man.
Then we can finally get a fight of Cell and Meruem.
That'd be kind of sick.
I don't know if anybody heard that last question because apparently Gibby was muted.
The question was if we could get 2 characters from the Dragon Ball universe as well as 2 characters from Shonen Jump to guest in there, who would they be? And I think we picked already. And Abe doesn't know enough characters from Shonen Jump series.
I see.
Hey, everybody. I think you should hear me now.
Put Mewtwo in Jump Force.
Oh boy.
Ando says, dude, Jotaro, do you really want a character that can freeze time to be in fighters? Like, think of that rage and frustration.
The character
level 3 is just freeze time.
But we already have that. We got hit.
Oh, you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right.
I got hit. It's like we already dealt with that shit. He breaks the game.
Yeah, but Goku waxed him, bro. It's like, it's whatever.
Not in fighters though. Hit sucks, man.
Hey, hit's alright.
I
still stand by it. He's better than Blue Goku.
Whoa! We'll tell you what's wrong with that after the show.
All right, so my characters, I'm gonna stick to 3 Dragon Ball characters. We're gonna go with Master Roshi. All right, we're gonna go with Jackie Chung, and then we will go with Farmer with a shotgun.
There you go.
He's awesome. And then I want Ultraman.
Ultraman. Why?
Is you shot?
I have no idea. I don't know these things, but yeah. Let's go. Let's do this. All right.
Put a Gundam in the game.
You know what? A Gundam could work, I think, maybe.
You know what? Screw it. Let's just put everybody in there.
Actually, no. You know what? I take it back. I want Hiei. Give me Hiei.
Yeah.
Just because I want to see what Arxis would do with the Dragon of Darkness Flame. That would look so dope in that game.
Yeah, that would look sick. Anything would look sick in this game.
Yep.
All right. Next question comes from a big fan of the show, GH to God. This is for you specifically, Ryan. He says, "What do you think of Korn in Dragon Ball FighterZ if he were to make it in?" He is
Korn?
Korn, the cat.
Like the cat?
Yes.
I'd be confused. I mean, what was he going to do? Eat senzu beans the whole? Like, yo, have you guys played Tenkaichi 3?
No.
Nah, not for years, man.
I'm pretty sure I said the exact same thing the last time I was on the show, but Yajirobe was the most broken character in that game because his ultimate attack was to eat a senzu bean, and what it does is it heals you all the way. It gives you full ki, and like literally, the characters basically had the same amount of health, so it's not like the Yajirobe had less health than everybody else. But like, as long as you can fight long enough to survive and eat that senzu bean, you get your health all the way back, and then you just do a couple nut taps and you win. So it would be the same shit. Like Korra would just have senzu beans and just keep healing himself.
He like freaking Elena from Street Fighter 4. That'd be kind of sick, actually.
Dog, that was so annoying because like you pick your Gokus, your Cells, and then like the second that you want to really be petty, you pick Yajirobe. Shit, that was Tenkaichi 3.
And people want another one of those.
Please, no.
People get used to playing these broken games. They want these broken mechanics.
Also true.
Normal games.
Also true.
Can't exist in normal society.
Oh boy, we're getting all these questions in. Jesus. EX Wildwolf asks, Soul Bad Guy or Shunei from KOF? Which characters would you like in Dragon Ball FighterZ?
What the fuck?
I'll take Soul for a transformation for the install. Yo, when I first got Guilty Gear and I discovered that, I abused it. And none of my friends knew how to stop it, so they would just eat it. So just to be petty again, I'll take Soul.
I'll take Shunei just for the fact that I'd love to see a different character on their Arxis art.
Oh, I missed the first part of his question. I'm sorry. He's saying, do you want to add anyone from actual fighting games? Not anime. It's like KOF, Street Fighter.
Terry Bogard.
Terry
Bogard.
All
Put him in the game.
I mean, if you give me Street Fighter 5 Cammy, I'm good.
Oh, see, top tier. These anime players just want broken characters in the games. I got it. Pockets?
Man, I don't know. Gao Kaiser.
Gao Kaiser?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me Kusaragero from Samurai Showdown. He would look amazing in this game. And then... I don't know what any of that says. I'm sorry, Ben Igmatica, I can't read that. I just can read Master Asia. I don't know what the other thing says. And then Dodo Doyo asks, do you guys have any plot points you want to address in the future for Dragon Ball?
Plot points? That's a tough one. Because, like, when Z ended, I had no idea where they were. And then they made Super, and, well, they made the movies, and then they made Super. And it's like, oh, they figure out how to go even deeper. I guess the cliche answer is I want to see more Universe 6 stuff. So, like, whether it be, you know, exploring Planet Sadala, or even seeing, like, the Frost stuff. I guess more Hit stuff as well, because, I mean, I'm biased towards Hit. So, give me that.
I want to see aged Goten and Trunks. Like, at least like teenagers, you know? Like, let's see him, like, post-Z, full-grown, long hair Goten. Like, let's finally...
Here's the best part about that. We saw what Trunks looked like when he was 16 in history.
Yeah, we did.
And right now, that Trunks is the same age as Trunks in Super, and the designs don't agree.
That's because
I know why. I know why they did it. They're doing it because like they're two lovable characters that have had their designs forever. It's like obviously Ash Ketchum has always looked the same in the past like fucking 20 years of the show.
Well, Ash Ketchum is old enough to have kids now, man. He's got he's like a dad.
Yeah, it's like, do you take someone like SpongeBob and you age him? It's kind of weird seeing that unless it's like another series. Reminds me of when Rugrats became all grown up and was like, ew, like we don't
I would agree with you, but Dragon Ball has been eternally serious about old people fucking, man. Like they're always having kids.
Also true. So they technically should age them, and I feel like no one would care, but for some reason they don't want to pull the trigger.
Yeah,
dude, it's because they don't have genetically modified food in the destroyed future, bro. That's what it is. Because they got taller faster. Eating that real shit. They had to really farm.
Dude, even Gohan look different as he aged throughout the show. Like Goten and Trunks have literally looked the same for like the past 10.
Speaking of people fucking, man, you think future Gohan ever got at future Bulma? I mean, like, you know they did that in the freaking fan movie where they showed that weird little bit of tension between Gohan and Bulma. I was like, I'm not too mad about that. Actually,
it was kind of limited. It's like there's only like 10 of us left.
Pretty impressive with that one arm, bro.
I mean, the bigger question is what did Trunks do with both Mayas in the new future? Because you got two of them.
That's true. That's true. That is true.
And the other bigger question is what happened to the other Trunks timeline?
Can't share them, man. Only can be one.
This man went back and just took out the other Trunks. It's like,
there can only be one.
Nope. You know what? Plot point. I want to see what happens in the future.
Oh, the future?
Yeah. What happened when Trunks went? Because let's be real, Trunks has a terrible history of having luck. I'm sure the second he went back into his newer timeline, some shit went down. Something happened. Because like it's kind of like Final Destination. Trunks was supposed to die in that future, but because he changed it, all he did is attract death. That's why Goku Black showed up next, and it's like that timeline isn't supposed to exist. So they probably pissed off the gods somewhere, like the Zeno of that timeline.
Zeno been trying to erase that shit for years, and Trunks just keeps living. Like, what the hell?
Oh, that timeline still exists? I told you, get rid of it. Like,
see, that would be a good, legitimate spin-off to coincide with another mainline Dragon Ball story. Like, that could be its own thing.
Anything that's not.
I think people have been wanting a Future Trunks spin-off for a long ass time.
Any spin-off that's not Super Dragon Ball Heroes, I'm okay with. Super Dragon Ball Heroes is trash.
Anything Dragon Ball Heroes is
that shit is trash. Like they got Cooler teaming up with Trunks. They got Super
Golden Cooler,
Super Saiyan 4 Goku or Super Saiyan.
Golden Cooler, man. Like I like how they just pulled Golden Cooler out of their ass. Like why wouldn't he be able to do that?
We also got Walmart Broly with Cumber. First of all, why is your name Cumber? How are you going to be that badass Saiyan with your name is Come on.
Just like great value Broly, dude.
Cumber. I think you're saying it wrong, dude.
Oof.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they can keep heroes. I remember people wanted heroes as an anime for like the longest. Now we got it. It's like, what did you expect?
When are they gonna show freaking what's his name, Yamoshi or whatever?
I would not be opposed if they also go into that world because, like,
yeah,
that's what we kind of expected was going to be in this movie when they talk about Saiyan heritage, and we could see Yamoshi in the upcoming Broly movie, like a brief glimpse of it, because we saw flashbacks that seemed to be like the historic times. Because in the trailer they showed the Saiyans wearing the older armor, and it looked like a younger Paragus, and the other theory is a younger King Vegeta, and they were looking at something. So like, there's definitely been some history in that movie.
Okay. Damn, I'm excited. Shit.
Yeah.
Gibby, you there, bro? Wait. Gibby, didn't you want to bring something up about September, bro?
Hey everybody, it's September. If you sub this month, you can sub next month, or if you gift a sub this month to someone special in chat, doesn't really matter who, but if someone special in chat, they can sub the next month just for $1, and all the proceeds will go to us to fund future Goon ventures, suites, streams, travel, whatever needs to be done. We don't pocket any money here at Game Goons because we're stupid, so we just use it all for
it's for the channel. It's all for you guys, really.
All back into this for you guys.
I'm fucking starving over here. This is my fucking dinner right here. Just 2 chicken bones.
You know, that's disgusting. Don't show people chicken bones.
About to make a broth, bro. That's ready for
Yeah,
the broth.
exactly. I was gonna say you can make a stew. So,
I gotta be able to afford a pot first.
yeah, if you gift a sub to someone, that person can sub in the month of October for $1. So, if you're feeling generous and you want to gift someone in chat a sub, go for it. If not,
Help me out, because I don't even think I'm subbed to my own channel. Hold on. Okay.
Let me let me not laugh too. Okay, I'm good. Never mind.
okay,
I just want to point out that I made it through this entire stream without. So it was a success.
I say you didn't crash once. That's awesome. Dude.
Yeah.
Finally got. If only you can improve the frame rate on the camera. What the hell?
I don't know why it's doing that. Like I'm not even doing anything.
I'm gonna get you a damn Logitech.
I'm like super choppy right now. I blame Discord. Discord, like I said, Discord wants to be Skype so badly.
Also, since I have your attention, everybody go check out the Teespring channel, Teespring page at teespring.com/store/game-goons, where you can get the I was going to say limited edition, but it's not limited edition. The Straight Goonin t-shirt and hoodie and female t-shirt. We still got those up for sale. If you want to support, all those proceeds also go to the channel. And in the future, we should have more stuff on the store. You know, one way. Maybe I'll draw something. You know, am I allowed to do that?
Yeah, if you think it'll sell.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
He's not allowed to draw anything.
I'm not allowed to draw anything. I'll just put my face. It'll just be a picture of my face. From,
that's dangerous, bro. You might just draw dicks and shit. You know what? That'll sell.
I mean, probably would, you know?
You should just put out a shirt with that picture that Bandai memed you with, and that should just be the shirt.
I've been telling Chris to do it, and he's like,
I'd buy it.
See?
I don't know why, Chris. Dude, you said that you literally put the order in. You fucking liar. I put the order in, bro. You know what? This shirt doesn't fit me.
You know what? Let's just.
All right. I just want to. I'll tell you what happened with that after the show because it's a long story.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, Tagman Inc.
Do you want to show this? Do you want to show this shit, dude? This shit is fucking sick. This is the sickest shit he's ever done.
I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm sorry. We interrupt this regularly scheduled program to bring you this new video that is just.
Holy shit.
Appeared. Let me try to do it right now. Sorry, I'm just gonna put it over your beautiful faces, possibly, maybe.
Go for it, man.
I'm shocked.
This is good.
Oh, I can't do it properly. Damn it. I'm sorry, everybody. Click Tagman Inc. Link. It's great.
Well,
you can just put it to another I don't know.
We'll premiere it at the next Fatal Showdown.
Yeah.
Come on,
that's what.
Use your fucking brains.
More
Use your
appropriate.
fucking brains. Okay, clearly it's gotten too late, guys.
Yeah.
I'm tired, and his kid is currently lying on the floor.
Well,
she's taking off her pajamas. She's like not even in her pajamas anymore, man. What the fuck?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, thank you, Rhymestyle, for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me. I'm always down, so let me know.
We will definitely let you know, and you know, always interesting conversations with you and the guests that you brought along. Thank you guys for sticking around and hearing the crazy stuff we got to talk about. Yeah, lots to look forward to, man. The landscape of gaming has been fucking changing like crazy. Let's see if we can fit as much gaming of these types of games and other shit in our channel. Because it's getting really fucking hard. But yeah, that's it for me, man. I'll just let Chris close us out. Say what you got to say, brother.
All right, I want to thank everybody for watching the show tonight. This was, no one say, a jam-packed show, was it? We just had a lot of good conversations, really. So I want to thank Rhymestyle for coming on again, and everybody for listening, and my co-host and our super producer Gibby for making the show awesome as well. And as usual, keep it super.